So this video is going to be, Cosmo says hello too. This video is going to be a vlog about my water fast. So it's day 3 of the water fast, so I've done 2 full days of fasting, and so far so good. The thing that I was most worried about was obviously cravings and hunger, but I really haven't been obsessing over thoughts of food. Day 1 kind of went by and I honestly didn't even notice that I didn't eat. Like, I went to bed and I was kind of hungry, but in no way that prevented me from sleeping or anything. On the second day, I started feeling a lot lighter, a lot more kind of clear-headed, and then yesterday was the second day, in the afternoon, I got like, I think my body must have started to go into ketosis because I got like the fasting high. For like maybe 2 hours, I was like, oh, I feel so good. Like, this is amazing. It's so nice to like feel a kind of very like more pure, like cleansed feeling. When I woke up this morning, I was feeling a lot more low energy. And then the sun was calling to me, so Cosmo and I went outside for a walk, and when I went outside and Cosmo was like pulling me, I really felt low energy, like complete fatigue. Not in an unpleasant way, like I didn't feel nauseous or anything, but just like I just like sat on the bench for a really long time, walked a bit more, sat on another bench for a really long time. So my body is definitely, you know, lower energy, and my brain is working slower. Basically, the motivation behind why I wanted to do this fast was because I'm kind of, I wouldn't say I'm bored in quarantine, but I'm definitely like dulled by how every day is feeling the same. The monotony, you know, of everyday life in quarantine was really making me crave like new emotions. Or I like probably new stimulus, but when I was watching and reading a lot about fasting, you know, I could tell that like from everybody's testimonials that you really go through a range of emotions and through intense waves of when you kind of get the fasting high and then periods of low energy. And so for me, that sounded really attractive because I had been very like slow with what my waves of moods had been, and I don't know, it was just dragging out really fast. And so I kind of have this idea that if I'm in a state that is, you know, exacerbating my mood, then it'll feel like time is passing faster. So I don't know if that's totally true. So I don't know, that was also kind of a reason as to why I kind of arrived at fasting as an experiment for this time in quarantine. So that's where we're at. I'll keep checking in. I hope you enjoy this video and maybe it'll be of some use to you, and thanks for watching. Hello everybody. So today is actually day 5 of my fast. So I'm super impressed with myself that I actually made it this far. There was a part of me that thought I would cave much sooner. But I'll tell you about what happened yesterday. So yesterday was day 4, and it was a very intense day. A lot happened. So, and I'm talking about like what was happening to my body and my mind. So basically in the morning when I woke up, I was completely exhausted. I just did not want to get out of bed. The only reason I got out of bed was because my dog needed to be taken out. And I felt so lethargic and just like unable to move. My whole body felt really heavy. So basically the whole first half of the day I spent in bed. And then I got a headache. And so to combat that, I dissolved some salt in a little bit of warm water, and I drank that, and I think it helped a little bit. It alleviated the headache pain a little bit, but the headache was 100% still there. Then yesterday afternoon, after I had drank the salt water and you know, was trying to let the headache pass, basically I thought it would be good to move my body because I was feeling so sore. I had like this slight lower back pain, that is a really common symptom during fasting because the kidneys are cleansing. So I had that slight pain, so I decided to do some really slow and gentle yoga to try and like work some of that like body ache out. And when I was in child's pose, I started crying, like I started bawling my eyes out like a baby, and so there was obviously like some sort of emotional release going on, but there was like nothing really on my mind that would have made me cry. I know that my taste has also become a lot more sensitive because when I brush my teeth, the mint taste of the toothpaste was so strong. My sense of smell is 100% heightened, like I would say 3-4 fold, like very, very sensitive smell. It's 3:44, so it's almost 4 p.m. and like I'm back on an up wave. My energy feels great. I feel super clear-headed. I feel like my sinuses cleared up, weirdly. I didn't feel like they were congested and I wasn't blowing my nose or anything, but now when I breathe, like I feel like there's more to breathe. I don't know. I'm definitely, like when I do think about food and what I want to eat, it's usually really healthy food. So like the thought of eating an Oreo right now, it is disgusting to me because I feel like my system would just hate that. Like I really want a fruit. Yeah, so that's my check-in for day 5. I'll check in either tomorrow or in a few days, whenever, and I'm curious to see like how long I'll feel that my body actually does want this fast. So yeah, talk to you later. Hello, so today is day 7 of my fast, and this is gonna be the last day. So it's 8:30 right now, and I started my fast exactly 7 days ago. At 9 p.m. was when I finished eating my last meal. So right now I am roasting some vegetables in the oven to make a vegetable broth, which is how I decided to break my fast. And then tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll start introducing some fruits. So overall, I'm super happy that I did this, and I'm also very surprised that I actually made it through to 7 days. Overall, I'm super happy that I did this. I'm definitely encouraged to experiment with more fasting in the future. I'm gonna do some research with some more research about intermittent fasting. I think that's maybe something I'll want to try, and I really want to use this time in quarantine to kind of really like hone down on what the best kind of style of eating or timing of eating would be for my body, because I'm never really dedicating any time to really like investing, you know, a week or 2 at a time to understanding what different diets do to me. When I started this, I thought that this would be a really strong exercise in like discipline and self-control and all of those things, but I really wouldn't say that that's been a factor, because I don't think there's been a single time where I've really had to exercise discipline or self-control throughout this process. And I think that is in large part due to the fact that, you know, when detoxification was happening and I had that really awful day, you know, with the migraine and the crying, and the dizziness, I really was so conscious of how, you know, my body was just getting rid of waste. So I think that's in part due to the fact that I was eating a semi-clean diet before. I mean, because I've been cooking at home since quarantine, I typically cook quite healthily with a lot of fresh produce, but my problem mostly is that like I snack, and I do have like, I would usually eat like Pringles or Oreos or other cookies, or I was eating a lot of the candies out of Ptičje Moloko, which is like bird's milk candies. Anyway, all of those things sound totally like off the table for me right now, but I'm assuming also that once I incorporate eating, that kind of the kind of emotional connection to food will be reestablished. But I definitely learned a lot about, you know, hunger in my own body, and how so much of the food that we eat is, you know, either due to boredom or emotional comfort or you know, just something to do. And so I definitely am going to be a lot more conscious of that going forward. I've completely let go of the idea that, you know, we need 3 meals a day. My skin cleared up. I used to have kind of like shoulder and back, not really acne or pimples, but I had red spots a lot, and I had a lot of red spots on my chin, which are on my chest, which are pretty much all gone now. My skin feels significantly smoother both on my face and my body, which is really nice. And I've also like developed a new appreciation for water. I'm a really big fan of water. Maybe if I did the fast for longer, I would get tired of water, but yeah, water has been amazing. I also didn't consume any social media, so I had Facebook and Instagram were completely offline for me for these last 7 days, and I definitely feel like I went through both a physical, an emotional, and a kind of like stimulation reset. So yeah, starting tomorrow, I definitely feel like it's a blank page, and like I can start incorporating some new habits. So yeah, so those are some things that I've experienced. So I'll film my first sip of vegetable broth as well, because as I mentioned before, my sense of smell has superbly increased. So I'm really excited to see, you know, how my tastes have changed, because one of the other things I was learning in the research is that, you know, your taste buds get really reset, and I really want to see if I can, you know, really decrease my amount of sugar and salt intake, and my assumption is that, you know, with this reset of my taste buds, that will be able to happen. So yeah, check in with you in a bit when I make my vegetable broth. Alright, so I made my vegetable broth, and I'm very excited. Yeah, my taste buds are definitely different. I can like taste every individual vegetable that I put in here. Oh, this is so nice and like heartwarming, especially because it's a super rainy day in Valladolid, so this was the perfect way to break my fast, and I'm very happy. So yeah, check in with you later. Hello, so it's the following day. Last night I broke my fast, and after I consumed the vegetable broth, which was fantastic, I really wanted to chew something. So I had like less than half of an orange. So I peeled an orange, and then I had like maybe four slices of it. Okay, that was a mistake, because not digestively, my digestion was fine, but because my body hadn't had sugar for so long, the sugar from just those 4 slices of orange kept me the hell awake. Like, I was laying in bed, I was so alert, I was so clear-headed and like jazzed, but not like hyperactive, but I like could not fall asleep. So pro tip, you know, if you break your fast, don't consume anything with sugar like close to before you fall asleep. And I ate that orange like 20 minutes before I went to bed. So anyway, so I ended up falling asleep, I think at 3 or 4 finally. I like got up and like did yoga and stuff. So today, this morning I had an apple, like a little bit after waking up. I wasn't very hungry when I woke up. And then I went to the store to, you know, stock up on some stuff. And so now it's 2:22. I made like a little guac tomato salad, and I'm just eating it with some pepper slices. So today is gonna be like a raw food day. Oh, the last thing that I wanted to say before wrapping up this video is that obviously I lost weight. I didn't measure myself or weigh myself, but these jeans that I'm wearing right now, before the fast started, like they were very, very tight on me, and anytime I would sit down, I would have to unbutton all the buttons because they were just too small. And now, I'll show you, like now they're falling down and they're like this. So like before I had like a little pudge coming over them, but now they're really loose, and like if I walk too much, then they fall down. So yeah, so obviously I lost weight, which is no surprise, and it definitely feels good to, you know, feel a bit more slimmed down. So yeah, I highly recommend fasting, and thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.